generous super chats. Cointelegraph now reporting, you guys. Senator Warren seizes on fears over crypto and sanctions with new bill. You know, why don't we just crack into this whole Elizabeth Warren thing? She's been making a lot of waves, and not necessarily good ones, as it relates to crypto on a few different fronts, one of which we're going to discuss right now, and then I'll get to the second one, which is even more amusing. If passed, Elizabeth Warren's new draft crypto bill will require local crypto exchanges to submit detailed records to the Treasury Department of customers' identities and transfers of private crypto wallets. Where do we start? Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren is preparing a bill to crack down on the use of crypto as a way to avoid economic sanctions. This is such a disingenuous strategy. This is such BS. Warren's latest anti-crypto move comes alongside a push for the U.S. government to stamp out the possibility of Russia using crypto to skirt a host of economic sanctions placed on the nation. According to March 8th report NBC News, one of the provisions of Warren's new bill, which is a draft form, will require local crypto exchanges to submit detailed records to Treasury Departments of customers' identities and transfers of private crypto wallets. This is a huge, what she's proposing is a massive breach of privacy that almost would make the general main purpose of cryptocurrency irrelevant. Senator Warren has been highly skeptical of the crypto sector for quite some time now. In 2021 alone, she labeled DeFi as the most dangerous part of crypto, introduced the bill to study crypto's wall of ransomware, and slammed the Ethereum network for its high fees during a committee hearing. So it's little surprise to industry observers that she has seized the opportunity to push for tougher regulations. Notice the use of words there. Seized the opportunity. Seized the opportunity. Let me be very clear, guys. Let me be very clear. I'm not opposed to further regulations on the crypto market. In fact, I do think it is important and necessary to a degree, which would protect consumers from blatant rug pulls and things of this nature. I think further responsible, well-handled crypto regulation for people that are familiar with what they're talking about, what they're doing as it relates to crypto, could be very beneficial. I mean, in a way, it could be very beneficial in terms of putting a lot more stability and reassurance in prospective new investors, which would bring more people into the fold. So I think if handled responsibly, this could be a good thing. Jason Huffman coming in, but let me put a bookmark on that. But first I want to get to Jason Huffman coming in with a $50. Wow, what a wild night. We are rocking, we are rolling Doge after dark style into the twilight, out of sight. Big Doge energy, big positive energy up in here tonight. I love it. We're having a good old party. We are having a party tonight. Folks, if you don't have a little pep in your step, now's the time to get it. Wake up, snap into it. Just like a Slim Jim, you are here at Steve and Steele Live, and we are taking it into the twilight. Jason Huffman, humbly appreciative. Thank you so much for the generous super chat. Couldn't be left out of the club, he said. You are never left out of the club. Jason Huffman is one of the core supporters, core community members of, well, this community here since day one. So thank you very much, Jason. Zombie Doge Army coming in with $6.90. We love the 6-9 here on this channel. So thank you for that, Zombie Doge Army. It's my birthday. I need to go. I need a good old-fashioned Texas toast from the real deal Stephen Steele. There you go, my friend. Texas toast served up just the way you like it. Thick slabs, buttered up. Butter my biscuits. Give me some Texas toast. I love it. Thank you so much, Zombie Doge Army. Appreciate it. A lot of big, awesome energy in here tonight. Now, as I was saying, back to this Elizabeth Warren story. So it's a little surprise, Cointelegraph reports, that she has seized the opportunity to push for tougher regulations. There is a difference between responsible regulations that are going to be beneficial to the consumer and the market, and just insane, beyond the pale, tough regulations that are put the investor and the regular everyday crypto investor at severe disadvantages, and this is what she wants to do. This has very little to do with protecting you, and has everything to her, to do with her answering to the people who put her in the position of power and help put her there, and her protecting her own bags. Don't get it twisted. Furthermore, this whole conflict, this whole Ukrainian-Russian conflict, I'm really getting a lot of flashbacks to when the neoconservatives of the early 2000s leveraged that crisis to essentially green light a whole host of terrible legislation under the guise, under the justification of 9/11. Elizabeth Warren is essentially, and a lot of folks right now, a lot of top politicians are using this terrible conflict that's going on right now between those two countries as justification for trying to push through a whole host of lousy legislation that they've been wanting to do for a while, but just needed the right crisis and catalyst to do so. And this is exactly what Elizabeth Warren is so shamelessly capitalizing on, and it's just disgusting. This woman is just, I'm sorry, she's just disgusting. And what she is proposing is so ridiculous and such an overreach, such a tremendous overreach. And it really doesn't come from a place of good intention. That's just the way I see it. And you know who else apparently agrees with me? Dogecoin co-creator Billy Marcus. So, wow, is this article down? Okay, no, it's not. All right. So this just went up a half hour ago, guys. This just went live. So Billy Marcus was kind of joking around on Twitter, and he referred to Senator Warren as Satan. He referred to her as Satan. And Benzinga picked up and made a story out of it, which is hilarious. That's my favorite part of, one of my favorite things about covering crypto is sometimes the story, the news cycle is forced to cover stories that would be seen as incredibly ridiculous and unconventional in any other markets. But in crypto, things get a lot more animated and fun and funny. And this is one of those moments. So the title of this article is Elon Musk once called Senator Warren, quote unquote, Karen. Now Dogecoin creator dubs her, quote unquote, Satan. Doge co-contributor Billy Marcus called Elizabeth Warren Satan after a report. She said she was drafting a bill to track transactions to private cryptocurrency wallets. Marcus took a swing at Warren on Twitter after noticing a report about Warren and 3 other Democratic senators drafting a bill which he hopes will make it harder to use cryptocurrency to evade sanctions amid the Russia and Ukrainian crisis. And of course, our friend Little Human's Big Impact, one of her tweets is featured in this article. I call her Little Lauren because that's her first name. We got to get her back on the show. She's only been on here once, but it was a long time ago. But we gotta work her back in the mix. To which Shibatoshi Nakamoto, aka Billy Marcus, simply responded, "Elizabeth Warren is Satan." The Dogecoin co-creator urged Bitcoin fans to join him and his community to stop people like Warren from using war to ruin innovation and destroy privacy. You guys, I didn't even read this article all the way through before the show. And what did I tell you? What did I tell you at the beginning of this diatribe about Warren? This is exactly the same observation that Billy is making. She is using the Ukrainian-Russian crisis as a disingenuous catalyst to instill an overreach on cryptocurrency. This is disgusting. This is like, I feel like politicians like Elizabeth Warren and so forth, I could go down a whole list of them, but they're almost like the new neoconservatives in so many ways, and it's just gross. It's just gross. He also asked people in Massachusetts to stop voting for Warren, saying it made the whole state just look as incompetent as her. So again, Billy Marcus just really doubling down on this tangent and even going so far as instructing the citizens of Massachusetts to not vote for her and calling her, her actions disgusting. And I couldn't agree more. And then Billy went on to say finally about 8:30 p.m., and he said this, and this is a direct quote from Billy, Massachusetts, can you stop voting for this incredibly stupid person? Please, please, it makes your whole state look just as incompetent as her. Thanks. And, Benzinga always does this why it matters attached to the story. And that why it matters, they say, Warren has previously spoken out against the threats posed by cryptocurrencies to the U.S. economy and the adverse impact of mining them. Another forthcoming bill sponsored by Warren and Senator Steve Daines, a Republican in Montana, that seeks to bar members from Congress from trading stocks could also cover cryptocurrencies, the New York Post had reported in February. Okay, very interesting.